Alright, welcome back race fans to another Forza Motorsports 7 edition. We've got the IMSC Round 4 at Suzuka GP circuit in Japan. You can see we're driving the 458 Italias, Ferraris of course. For those of you who can't tell what this car looks like, there she is. So we actually just had a restart because we had two or three more drivers actually in a collision and a bunch of damage. We do run simulation damage here, so we do issued one restart. We're on the form-up lap right now, so let me go through and introduce you guys to the players. So on pole, we've got Master Big Chief here. Let's get to it. Master Big Chief, which he set a 203.715 for pole. We did have Hybrid in second place at a 203.831, but he couldn't get back on for some reason, so we missed him. So Dat Trashman at 204.414 is in second place there. And then we do have Unknown Hitman in third place with a 205.460. NWR Trigger with a 205.627 in fourth place. In fifth place, ORC Yankees Fan with a 205.717. And then sixth place, we have Sedlam, who are on board with back there earlier. We were going to jump on board with them for the race with a 206.220. Four-Cam T-Bird in seventh place with a 207.063. ORC Corporal Cole with a 211.212. As we just went through 130R, the guys are starting to slow down to form up into this, so we're going to get on board with Sedlam. Actually, is who I want. Actually, let's go on board with ORC Yankees Fan on the inside here in the iridescent blue and green. So rounding the last corner, we've got the four guys in front there. Let's see, we've got Sedlam coming up on the inside right here, left side. So these guys are going to, oh, that's right, you press X. Sedlam going out of line a little bit here, but now he's back into, so pretty soon it's going to come up. ORC, or actually Master Big Chief is going to call the start, coming up here in about 3, 2, 1. Now you hear the rise of the engine of that six-cylinder, screaming six-cylinder, I think it is in these ones. All right, you see Sedlam there back up a little bit. Unknown Hitman and Trigger go side by side. Yankees Fan having a big old twitch. That was interesting. I wonder what that was all about. Was that a no? We'll see. Trigger falls behind Unknown Hitman here. Master Big Chief out in front. Dat Trashman, the purple Ferrari, stays there. And then we've got line of stern here. Four-Cam moved up to sixth place. Sedlam now in seventh, and ORC Corporal in eighth place. Trigger off. This time he regains his composure and slots back in between Four-Cam and Sedlam. So NWR Trigger did a great job. I was talking to him in the pre-race, talking to him about his pace, and he did a really good job to put a 205 on there. Getting to grips with this car. Oh, there's Dat Trashman off in the weeds of there. Actually, sand. The guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff. You've been waiting for that one, haven't you guys? Little reference to a movie there. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys know what movie that is. I'll try to throw one in their race. That's what I should do. Movie comment trivia in race. Alright, so everybody moves up one Unknown Hitman and now to second place. This is going to be wonderful for this championship, and ORC Yankees Fan up in the third place. The grid for race number 2, which will be in the Honda, number 5 Norbert Mikulet's Honda TCR car, is going to be just got a restart notice on my computer, sorry. Is going to be reverse grid of this. Oh, Four-Cam really wide into that corner, takes a lot of liberties in the 130R, and actually maintains about the same, still in front of Trigger. Trigger back up to fifth place now past Sedlam. Master Big Chief and Unknown Hitman here, still 1 and 2. Yankees Fan hanging with them. Let's see if that extra weight. So really, like I said, I tell you every time, but just in case you're new to the channel and you're just checking out this video for the first time, on the IMSC, what we do is we change each of the classes rim weights and tire widths. So it gives the guys in the slower classes a little bit of chance to battle with some of the faster guys that are usually on the podiums, usually having great results. Four-Cam and NWR Trigger right there in the back battling out. Let me go on Four-Cam here. We've got nothing really much going on the front here, just everybody line of stern, and we can see them But Trigger's been putting on a good show here, trying to catch up. See some flash of smoke from 4Cam, I believe, right in front of him in that yellow Ferrari. But like I said, the cars are exact same tune, everything like that, downforce, anti-roll bars, spring settings, everything like that. It's just the rim widths, or the rim tire widths and rim weights change a little bit. Only by, not that much poundage. So I'll go over it in just a second after we watch this battle on these cars, just so you guys are aware. Sedlum and Trashman battling out as Trashman went off before at a second place, actually now in 7th. He's got time to catch up. We're on lap 3 of 14. Master Big Chief with a 209.447, so well off the pace right now from what we saw in qualifying. But that is a clean lap, I think, so we'll have to look and see if we can see a better lap. Ooh, Trigger looking up the inside, and I forget what corner that is. Is that 90? I think it's 90. And then we're coming up to 130R right here. On the back straight, the Dunlop Bridge right there. And coming to 130, should do a slight lift and go through. Well, they're actually breaking into that one. 4Cam, second time off the road on that one, really trying to hang on, but look how much ground he actually lost. So Trigger around the outside, gets a little bit on the grass. Oh, he's trying to be really safe and actually pass 4Cam really cleanly and got that outside left tire. Oh, 3 wide. Oh. Sedlum forced Dash Trashman into Trigger and lost that place. So now we got Trigger in 7th place here. Not really anything nefarious, anything going on there. Just kind of three cars trying to take up the real estate on the same part of the track. So not really anything, I don't think, to adjudicate there or to place blame on. They're all going right, so the momentum of the car wants to go to the left, where Trigger unfortunately was. So Trigger off on lap, I think 2 it was, or the first racing lap, and then now was battling back, and then unfortunately got caught by those guys. And Dat Trashman now in front of that. Trigger down to 7th, and ORC Corporal Cole in 8th. Let's go on board here with Trash and see. I want to see that I want to see 4Cam. He's been pushing the boundaries into 130R, and we definitely don't want to see that. We've seen him 2 times, at least out of the 2 times we've been on board. So let's see as Trashman tries to make up here. Obviously, Dat Trashman was started on second and went off actually on the first racing lap, I believe. Where was that at? Corner 6 or 7, I think. I'll have to look at the track map eventually, but and we got a pretty big. We got our gap starting to form here. You can see. Oh, it looks like Master Big Chief was off in the sand there, lost ground. I think that's Chief. Yeah, Master Big Chief. So Unknown Hitman in first place now. ORC Yankees fan in second, and Master Big Chief in third after that mistake. Okay, 4Cam did a better job of staying on there, and you can see it actually is better for him. He lost a ton of ground, we saw, by accidentally making that mistake and pushing it into 130. Dat Trashman behind Sedlum, and then Trigger's right on Sedlum, it looks like now. So we'll see if he makes up that pass here pretty soon. Let's go on board with 4Cam here, right behind, so we can see this gap between him and Trash, and the gap between the first 3 there. ORC Yankees fan off on the AstroTurf. Master Big Chief comes up inside. Yankees gives him a little bit of room and suffers from it. Let's see now if 4Cam can go around the outside. He does not. He tucks back inside. And setting up, light touch of the brakes here, get that car turned in. Another light touch of the brakes. So I think when I did this, when I personally drove this car in testing and everything, I would just let off the throttle a little bit there and get the car to turn in. So it looks like the guys are opting for a slight touch of the brakes to get it through those S's. Most of the guys up here, looks like Unknown Hitman is kind of clearing off a little bit in the front there with that mistake from Master Big Chief as they come into the hairpin here. Good spot to make up ground here. Good spot to throw it up inside Dat Trashman right on 4Cam now. So 4Cam started well down the line actually with a 207.0. So he was what, I think 3rd to last, I think 6th place or 7th place. I think we only have 8, so he would have been 7th, I think. Yeah. So he's done really well to climb the ladder. He climbed to 3 places. Now there was a couple of mistakes by the drivers, as well as that 3 wide incident we saw when we were on board with. That unfortunately Trigger got the very butt end of that, the raw end of the stick of the deal, that one. Let's see what 4Cam does here. Brakes a little bit, turns in. No, still wide again. Okay. So we're not seeing any track cutting throughout the whole lap. It's just that one corner that 4Cam is having an issue with right now. So he's just trying to push it, just trying to carry that speed, trying to keep in touch with the Yankees fan and keep in front of Trashman, who's coming. So he's got a little bit of pressure from behind. It's getting closer. It's 95 feet here on the straightaway. Let's see if he catches up under braking here into this tricky turn 1 complex. Yeah, 60. So he gained about 30 something, 35. Oh, then lost a little bit there. You can gain and lose so many feet, you know, really quickly. So I think that's Trigger back there, back up to 6th place. So day's not over for him yet. And he's going to start coming through the field, I think, with Trash. 4Cam's just got to hold his own, stay on track, be smooth, and try to keep in touch with Yankees fans, which he is doing. Master Big Chief has gone away a little bit, is now catching up to Unknown Hitman in the lead there. And this is the 4th round, so we're actually gonna look at the tire. Ooh, big ol' slide there. Dat Trashman takes an invitation. Purple versus yellow on the outside. Looks like he gives him the room. Yep. He's gonna park it in the inside. Yep. Nice move by Dat Trashman. It was all set up by 4Cam, just getting a little bit slidey and losing momentum, and Trashman able to take that momentum through that corner. So let's go on board with Dat Trashman, because he's the man on the move right now, coming up here. Looking at ORC Yankees fan now. They lost a little bit of time, even though he did make the pass. Then the gap was to a Yankees fan to 4Cam. But we'll see if he makes that up here in the back. And you can see the top 2 or the top 3 all right there in the same shot. Almost halfway through this race, lap 6 of 14. Let me look at the fast lap times here. Oh, there's 4Cam again, same corner, really. But so the tricky part about this is, yes, he's abusing track limits, but he's actually not gaining anything. If anything, he's losing a little bit of time. There's Corporal Cole parked up on the inside there. I don't know what he's doing. He does that a lot in races. He just tends to watch and kind of park it on the side. As long as he's not in the way and interfering with anybody else, I think it's okay. And big number 32 on this purple Ferrari. Oh, a nice slide in there. Drifting it, kind of a lot of slip angle on this from Dat Trashman in this car. Alright, so let's see. So we have, in this race, we only have 2 pro drivers, Master Big Chief and NWR Trigger in the pro category, in the platinum and the gold tunes. And then everybody else is an AM driver in the silver or bronze. We've got Sedlum and Corporal Cole in the bronze, and everybody else in silver. Now, just to clarify, I'm not saying LeBron like LeBron James. I'm just saying the bronze, like the and then bronze. So, just so you know, it just when I said it sounded like LeBron. So, I'm not a basketball fan. Sorry, LeBron. I mean, you're good and all. I know you're good, but not hating. Just, you know, I'm not a basketball fan. Anyway, back to the race here. Sorry, I've been awake all day, and and I did a 4-hour race earlier, so you're getting me while I'm a little loopy now. So you're welcome. Better content for you guys. So, yeah, you don't have to thank me, unless you want to. Thank me in the channel. Make sure that you guys get a big thumbs up, a like, if you guys do enjoy the content. If you don't, go ahead and dislike it. You know, that's fine. I understand. Not everybody's thing. Some people, it's kind of boring watching these fake cars right around this fake track on this fake day in Japan. But hey, that's okay. We're having a good time. We have a good community here of racers. We do enjoy each other's company. ORC Yankees fan goes wide. 4Cam does not go wide this time. We got the first and second right there. Unknown Hitman under a lot of pressure now from Master Big Chief coming in there. So let's go ahead and go on board with them now that we do have a close battle on track. We will go on with Master Big Chief here. There's the gap you can see from this angle. Let's go on board with the hood cam so it gets really spicy. Look at the back of that iridescent rust color. I can't remember what I was going to look it up last time and I totally forgot. I'm sorry, guys. The number 750 of Unknown Hitman, 40 feet, number 1 and number 2 battling it out here. Am driver in front. Oh, Master Big Chief with the big off. Oh, he tries to save it. He does save it. Big wheel spin you heard there. Hopefully he didn't ruin his or grenade his engine a little bit. You can see he's all over the curves, taking a lot of liberties with the curbs and getting that car sideways. But look how much ground that lost him, and look how much ground ORC Yankees fan now in 3rd place made up. So this is going to do, it'll do pretty much the same in their championships because we have Pro and Am in here. So the Pro driver, so technically, unfortunately, Master Big Chief is just racing against Trigger. So Trigger is going to get 2nd place or 1st place, and that's it because we only have 2 Pro drivers in the field tonight. So good news for them is they're going to get great points out of it, put some distance on some of the other guys in the championship. And then the Am drivers were fighting it out. Look, Unknown Hitman's in, and then ORC Yankees fan 1, 2, and then Dat Trashman 3rd. 4Cam would be 4th, or it's a Sedlem. I can't remember who's. Let's look at the ticker. Yes, so Sedlem would be in what, 5th place is that? So mostly Am field tonight. Let's see if Master Big Chief can now make it up on this, and let's see if there's any other battles going on here. Let's pull up the map so that we can see any battles. Yeah, it looks like 3rd and 4th here now. So we're going to get off that ticker and we're going to go back here on a Dat Trashman on the back of Yankees fan now, 77 feet, 80 feet. Yankees fan got a better drive out of that corner. And it's picking a little time. You got a 2:03.451 from Master Big Chief, the best lap. You saw the ticker just go up there. So one of the things, excuse me as I cough into the mic. Oh, Yankees fan made a mistake into that corner again. Oh man, that was unfortunate. We were on board with them, I think, the last time that happened. Yankees fan relegated to 4th place now. Dat Trashman making it back up to 3rd place. Or 2nd in the Am field now. The Yankees fan back to 3rd if it stays this way. We got 9 out of 14 finished. We can see the yellow car. Who is that? Of 4Cam T-Bird back there. And now let's see what that did with the top 2. Master Big Chief still trying to catch up to Unknown Hitman. A little bit wide on that. That AstroTurf and that sand really wants to suck the car over there and keep it in the sand. But he was able to keep it off there, which is good. Like Master Big Chief trying to go with a big ORC logo on the back of this car. Thanks for representing. And on the roof there. Number 61, the red. And the Pro decal. Not the Pro decal I made, but that's okay. That's still fun. Unknown Hitman doing a really good job of staying ahead of this Pro driver in the Platinum tune. We know from previous races and previous series that you guys have watched from us from ORC that Master Big Chief is a really fast driver. Always brings it, always in the top. It's a bummer that we couldn't watch him and Hybrid battle it out, but this is actually a good battle between himself and Unknown Hitman. As he comes in 130R, a little dab of the brakes, hits the apex perfect, tracks out a little bit, not too much. Slows it down under the Yokohama Bridge into the last section, right on the curb. Little dab of brakes right on the curb, nice exit. See how smooth Chief can be too. We've seen him run ragged too. But he can be really smooth and fast too. Obviously putting down a 203 on this. Next closest people is a 204. 206s, I'm seeing 205, 205. Trigger doing a 205.0 now. Unknown Hitman at 204.4, 204.6 from Dat Trashman. So we're seeing a good race considering there's only 8 drivers here. The battle behind between looks like 3rd and 4th is heating up, as well as 1st and 2nd, 10 laps into the race. Got a couple mistakes from Master Big Chief. Last time it was right here that we saw. And then coming on to the back straight at a 90, he made a mistake and went into the sand a little bit. You see he favors a tight line there coming around that corner. And now slight dab of brakes, taking a lot of curb, and then chucking it in here under the bridge or underneath the track itself, which is a really cool feature of this track. Let's see if he protects the inside. He doesn't really protect it, kind of goes mid, well, I guess a little bit. but I don't think he thought Master Big Chief was going to try to make that move anyways. That's a good move up there, but it takes a lot of guts to pull that off. So this battle between first and second, really close, and I think the battle between third and fourth between ORC Yankees fan and Dat Trashman is heating up too back there. There it is right there. You see ORC Yankees fan on the right on the back of Trashman, not letting him get away. Comparative lap times in the race between them two, let's see. Kind of want to keep on board with that. Let's see. 204.6 and a 205.9 was that? So it's actually closer than it looks. Oh, big slide from Master Big Chief as he goes into 130R. Yeah, ORC Yankees fan dropping off just a little bit, and same thing with that little mistake. Let's go back on board with the Yankees fan right now, as we get on board with him after that chicane, last chicane. See 4-cam T-board there in his own island there, waiting for Trigger, who's coming. And now 120 feet, 130. So this gap is going up and down. We saw it really close, probably 30, 40 feet before. Now it's dropped off to 100 feet or so. We will see the results. Like I said, the guys will be in the Honda TCR car next, our WTCC car in Forza terms, or build terms. But they'll be getting in their cars after this for the second race, 30 minutes again, 13 laps of that race, and we will see them start in the positions they finished in. So it's a good incentive to do well, obviously, in the first race. Obviously, win is not a good incentive. I think everybody wants to win here. Let's face it. That's why they're driving. That's why they're racing. You can have fun messing around as long as you have a good race and you're battling for, let's say, way back in the field, and it's close. But other than that, I think everybody agrees they want to be the winner. There you see a quick look back to 4-cam T-Bird as Dat Trashman now has taken a little more time out of Yankees fan, although it gets a little squirrely. But yeah, there you see the ticker climb up there. Yankees fan. So let's go back on board with Master Big Chief as he's closing down Hitman again at 50 feet, coming in. A little dab of the brakes and really closes up. Wow, look at that. 20 feet now, 25 feet separates the leader 1 and 2. And there's Dat Trashman there in third place with the ORC Yankees fan. We saw about 100 feet behind that, maybe a little more. Lap 11 of 14, so we're winding it down here, last couple laps for these guys to do anything. And ironically, this is about the time that they really start getting a feel for the cars and start getting faster typically. Oh, big old crash between Master Big Chief. Looks like he just overcooked it on the brakes there. He's not going to gain anything. Not sure. I don't think he shouldn't have very much damage, but you can see what that cost him. Lost a little bit of time to Unknown Hitman, and now has Dat Trashman in between them. He shouldn't have any damage, so I'm not going to bother checking. Visually doesn't even look like anything. It was a light tap, and he tried to avoid him by going off to the left there and just couldn't do it. So luckily we were on board with that, so we can take a look at that and see if anybody has an issue with that. But all the drivers extremely fair. We have an ORC code of conduct called the Gentleman's Code of Racing, which is basically something like that. Let's say if the scenario had been that Master Big Chief outbraked himself, hit Unknown Hitman, and Unknown Hitman spun around, Master Big Chief then would have to wait for him to gain his position. And if he does that, mistakes happen. You know, you get under brakes, the car washes out with Aero wash, which does happen a little bit in Forza. You know, it just catches you out, right? We all understand that. And at the end of the day, we're here to have good, tight, close, competitive racing, mistakes and all. So let's say, so in that scenario, Master Big Chief lost momentum and ground through that mistake. Unknown Hitman is not disadvantaged from that. He was able to make the corner and able to keep going. And it is as it is. So slight mistake from Chief. Again, either under Aero wash or just not, just a little too late on the brakes, whatever it was. Everything's still the same. Unknown Hitman's in first place still. Master Big Chief in second place. And actually, this would be the second week. If Unknown Hitman can win this, it would be the second week in a row that we've had an AM winner win the overall, which is what they're trying for. So we'll have to look at... I didn't think we covered points yet, actually. So let's do that really quick. So let's go over the points table. So for the season so far, the first 3 rounds, not including this one, of course, because we're still in it. We've got LMR Hybrid on top in the Pro class with 148. We've got Master Big Chief in second with 120. Medieval Knight tied for second with Chief with 120. Flight with 101. TRC with 88. Trigger with 58. And Larry B the G in 29. Now we do have Larry that just told me he's out, so we will eliminate his times and get rid of that. In the AM class, we have Dat Trashman at first with 131. We've got Unknown Hitman with 123. We've got 4Cam T-Bird with 122. Yankees Fan with 120. Bondacious with 98. LBW James with 87. Sedlum with 87. Corporal Cole with 78. And that rounds out the AM class. So it's really tight in the AM points in GT3. So I'm going to delete Patriot here. Sorry, Patriot, if you're listening. I'll delete you. He's decided to take some time off. Might join in the next NASCAR series as we go side by side into the... I can't think of the word. Into the... I was going to chicane, then I thought roundabout, then I thought hairpin. That's correct. Into the hairpin. Master Big Chief on the outside. You can see Unknown Hitman gave him lots of room, lots of respect, and let him take that. So now we've got Master Big Chief back in the lead with 13 out of 14 laps done. Let's go back and see. I want to see Yankees Fan and Dat Trashman. Yankees Fan, okay. Sizable gap now between Dat Trashman and Yankees Fan as they try to get out of this this corner here. 4Cam T-Bird still in 5th place. And there's Trigger in 6th place. Overall, but second. Going to be second in Pro. So he doesn't really have to push it, to get that. Sedlum in 7th. And ORC Corporal Cole parked up still, I think. No, he's driving around. Like this bright shell subway livery. Awesome. Okay, so let's go on board with let's go back through the field again with the battles. Okay, everybody's kind of spaced out now. Oh, Master Big Chief back in 2nd place now. We missed that. That was a bummer. Another trade for position. Unknown Hitman now in the lead again with the last lap. Master Big Chief getting him little touches here and little love taps, telling him where he is. Again, as if he didn't know. Now this is a one line, very much a one line through the S's. So we'll see what happens here. Now again, I mean they're pretty comfortable in the lead in both classes. Master Big Chief would take 1st in the Pro class, and Unknown Hitman would take 1st in the AM class. So they're really just fighting for overall honors overall in the race. I mean everybody, like it's talked about before, everybody wants to win. So it's kind of cool to see them battling out in different classes. But after this, I think I was saying it earlier, we're going to do another BOP adjustment and see, ooh, big dive bomb on the inside. Unknown Hitman looks for the cutback. Big slide from Chief, and that's exactly what happens. Unknown Hitman up the inside again after that big slide. That was a big risk throwing it up there, and luckily I think Unknown Hitman saw him coming and gave him the space, gave him the room, which again, a lot of respect for these guys, a lot of respect for the drivers. They do such a great job of their awareness, track awareness. So again, I'll mention it, guys. If you guys think this is exciting racing, if you guys yourself race on Forza, if you race on project cars too, please do us a favor and hit us up. ORC, Online Racing Collect, COLLEC, .wixsite.com. You guys can double check our website and see what race series we have coming up here. This is the round 4 of 6. So we're almost done with this one already. Seemed like it just started in the IMSC. Next one is going to be NASCAR, run by ORC Severius. I think he's working with a couple guys. Look at this finish, though. 1 and 2 right here with, 18 feet separated them. Yeah, so Master Big Chief knows he's not going to get past that. Great race from these two guys right here. Let's get back on board with Dat Trashman as he finishes in 3rd place. ORC Yankees Fan in 4th place. And then we got 4Cam T-Bird in 5th, holding in for 5th. Endiora Trigger to come back to 6th place after a couple of offs for him. Sedlum in 7th place. And we got ORC Corporal Cole in last place, running into the wall. Oh, and taking out one of the other guys. That's cool for you. Look at that, 30 minutes, 14 seconds, I think, or whatever was the top. Perfect timing. All right, so we got great race from those guys. So Master Big Chief gets 50 points for that. Trigger gets 45 points. Just filling in my spreadsheet as I talk about this, guys. So we're going to keep on board with this. Obviously, we got the next race coming up, and these guys finishing up. So in gold, we've got, I mean, not in gold, in pro class, Master Big Chief in first, Anywhere Trigger in second place. And then we've got Unknown Hitman with a 50-pointer. Good job, Hitman. Second race in a row, 3 out of 4 that he's won so far. So we're going to have to look at you, buddy. You might jump up to gold, but we'll look at your lap times, not your overall position. So that's always the case. So that was Unknown Hitman, and then we have Dat Trashman with 45, and then we've got ORC Yankees fan with 40. I'm gonna have to finish this later. All right, so let's do the. Let me take a picture of this. Whoa. There we go. All right, that was an exciting race. Waiting for the guys to switch over to their Mink Cheesy Bacon is online. Don't know who that is. Probably a friend of somebody else. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we need to change this down 1 lap. Okay, standard rules. We got 13 laps on tap for the TCR. Let's go ahead and wait for them to go ahead and switch their cars, do all that stuff. Let's get McCheesy Bacon. I don't know if he's racing. He's in a different car now. So we got Master Big Chief starting, and then we have Unknown Hitman. Oops. Okay, I'm sorry, Unknown Hitman. What am I thinking? Unknown Hitman won that, duh. I already forgot. See that? Dat Trashman, Yankees fan. Where's Yankees fan? Starts in 4th. And then we got 4-cam Trigger Sedlum. 4-cam Trigger Sedlum, Corporal Cole, and McCheesy Bacon if he's in due. Let's see what he does. Looks like he's, like I said, he's probably a friend of one of the other guys, which is cool. We'll have him in. Oh. Who did we lose? Master Big Chief is out for the race. All right, so everybody moves up a position. He's been doing that in the TCR race. He's not racing TCR. So that moves up everybody up to 1. We're gonna go and we're gonna go and select this car. The number 5 Honda. You can see right where's she at? She's right here. The number 5 Zingo Motorsports 2014 Honda WTCC our car. Again, sorry, it's been a long day. I'm loopy. I usually put the gold tune on. All right, getting ready in between here. We've got race 2 of round 4 at Suzuka GP. We've got all the players that you saw, that you normally see, except for Master Big Chief has left. Mink Cheesy Bacon is probably going to jump in a car, I'm guessing. He's choosing right now. We've got the number 5 Honda Civic. He's going to grab a tune. Yankees fan, I'm sure, is telling him what he should grab. So we've got, you can see the tunes there. We've got AM, and look at the difference between Trigger's tune, between the gold tune and 4-cam and the silver tune. So 758 is the silver tune, 752. Again, only a tiny bit of thing. Sedlum and the bronze. And yep, perfect. So McCheese Bacon is getting in this car and getting in there. So we are going to launch this puppy as soon as everybody is ready. Great race from Unknown Hitman. Great job, dude, driving that race. That was really good driving from you and Master Big Chief. Good to see you mixing it up with the pro class and getting overall honors for that win. So congratulations to you, Unknown Hitman. Congratulations to Master Big Chief for winning that in Pro in his class. So unfortunately, with the smaller field, we've got these guys picking up some really good points for this round because they were able to make it, where some of the guys were not able to make it. Oh, Corporal Cole left. Hang on, let me see what is happening. If he's going to, let's go to chat really quick and see. Type a little message to Yankees fan who is running the lobby. I should actually have Yankees fan run the lobby, actually thinking about it, because he's in there talking to the guys doing all that stuff, and I'm actually on my Aero Media device, you know, giving you guys the commentary, live commentary on this. So maybe what we'll do next week, Yankee. See if that's good. We'll wait for his response, see what's going on, if he's going to join back. We're at 6:49 Pacific Standard Time. This is usually run at 3 hours for the Eastern Time, so it's 9:49 for these guys. A lot of these guys do have to go to work the next day on Monday, so we're kind of cognizant and aware of that. Let's see what Yankee says, as we also have mink cheesy bacon. I'll have to see. It's a good. Is it just he's? I think he may just be mixing all his favorite things. He likes minks, he likes cheesy, and he likes bacon, and I think that's solid. Call us to go family stuff. Perfect. Okay, we're ready to go, guys. We're going to begin this launch right now. Race number 2, 13 laps here in the Honda TCR car with only 7 drivers left. Boo. But that's okay. Let's double check the grid. All right. Let's see how Mink Cheesy Bacon does with this. He's unfortunately had to start in the default tune and no time. He just jumped in this tune, so kind of cool. We'll get to see him a little bit. I'm going to quit this race as soon as we start and give you guys the full classic announcer technique. Let's quit this race. Yep, sounds good. I like that. And let's get into our spectate mode. Spectate the crap out of this race. A couple guys using the old livery I had from last season in the Honda. I forgot that we used the Honda, to be honest with you, last season, but let's go to game cameras. Of course, there's the 117 from Sedlum. So this is the race livery I made for last year, based on their colors. I like it. It's kind of cool, kind of different, kind of psychedelic. All right, if we go on board here in the mix ticker, I want to change that to lap times. Get rid of the map. We don't need you, sorry ass. Oh, sorry. Ass is a bad word. I just said it again. 2 times I have to, what is it, $1.50 per cuss word or something like that? It's a body part, guys. Come on, it's a body part. I think I'm fine. All right, so we are on, oh, I gotta change that. Dang it, I hate that. I hate that map. All right, well, we're on to 4-cam T-Bird, so you can see from the first result, we got Unknown Hitman in the lead, we got Dat Trashman behind, ORC Yankees fan in 3rd, 4-cam T-Bird in 4th, NWR Trigger in 5th, and is that Cheesy? Oh, Sedlum, and then McCheesy Bacon in last. That's right. Who we don't know, but I'm assuming he's with one of the guys. So here we go. We're coming around the last part of the laps here. Lap 1 is the warm-up lap. Get the guys tired. Get the guys used to the car a little bit, not too much. I like this default livery that they have in there, which is that like different shades of metallic or red kind of and matte black. I wish you could do that. By the way, Forza. If you're listening and you watch us, which I know you guys do, all the Forza devs watch this, my racing, because it's amazing. But you need to be able to do this in a livery. You need to be able to mix matte with metallic with chrome, right? All those. Now I'll give you a clue and a hint. There's another game on another console that does that exact thing. I won't tell you the name, GT Sport, but they do that, and I love it because you can mix it. Makes some of the chromes, makes some of the mattes pop in the liveries. Now, I will give you props, Forza. You do a better job with the livery stuff as far as the placement and how you do it and stuff like that. Like GT Sport has a little bit of issues with that, with the way it goes on the car and stuff. So I will give you that. But also, they do add the capability of doing downloads from different websites of SVG format, so you can load it to the car. So that is really cool too. So there's you go. That's your work cut out for you. If you guys need my help, Forza devs, just give me a shout, give me an email, ORC Racing or Online Racing Collective at gmail.com, and I will definitely respond to you guys. Now we're ready for the start here for race number 2, Suzuka. There's the green lights. Unknown Hitman starts right there at the line. We've got a little kerfuffle behind with NWR Trigger hitting the back of Yankees fan, Sedlum, and Mink Cheesy Bacon there in the background. So let's see, looking back. Okay, perfect. A little wide. Oh, look at that. All right, let's see. Now, this is what I'm talking about, gentlemen rules. Yankees fan backs off. Let's 4Cam get back into there. And Mink Cheesy Bacon says thank you very much and comes up to 5th place. So that was an example of the ORC jumping code of conduct in effect. Yankees fan got a little bit caught up. And unfortunately, sometimes this happens in Forza, is we call it Forza Velcro. And it's just like it sounds. It's literally like your car has Velcro on the sides. So what happens is when you touch the car is Velcro a little bit, and it prevents, I guess their thought was it prevents people from being fired off, which I guess arguably is better because both guys are still in the race. There's no damage. These guys are still battling, and in previous Forza titles, if you would have done that, that guy would have been fired off into left field. He would have rolled his car. He would have ran into a fan. He would have ran over some of the fans in the stands. Like, it would have been ridiculous. So I get it. And there goes Trigger up on Dat Trashman in 2nd place now, with Unknown Hitman now in 1st. And 4Cam now, who we've been on board with number 6 car, and 4th. So now we'll see Yankees fan try to get past Mink Cheesy Bacon. Again, an unknown quantity to most of us, but somebody's friend, I'm guessing. So we'll see who he races with at the end. We'll see if we can get somebody. So Dat Trashman here in 3rd, right on the back of NWR Trigger, who just passed him. We're going to 130R. Watch these guys chuck this car in there. This car slows it down after a fast car, so it should be relatively easy to jump. But it is front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive, as we're seeing some of the times now pop up. Into the last section here. Oh, revving the crap out of that engine. Now, by the way, crap is not a bad word, so I don't owe anybody the $1.50 or whatever I said before. So you can close the jar on that one, because crap is not a bad word at all. Not even close. All right, coming into the first corner here. Light dabber brakes here. Yep, turn it in. All right, we've got Unknown Hitman there blasting away in the front. NWR Trigger behind him. Dat Trashman in 3rd. We're on board with 4Cam T-Bird in 4th. Yankees fan now up to 5th place past Mink Cheesy Bacon. And that should be what Sedlum there in 7th. ORC Corporal Cole had to go. Family stuff. So we're going to stay on board here. Actually, let's go on board with the top 3 here. Looking at the back of Trigger. Trigger goes a little bit wide. Takes out all the cones. He's a cone killer. Oh, here comes 4Cam T-Bird. Look how much momentum he lost right there, though. It was great that I was on board with Dat Trashman at that time. It was like a gift from the commentary gods that I was on board there. 4Cam now really getting aggressive there coming up. Let's see if he gives him room. He does, but he's got the inside line into this hairpin. Look at the respect shown again, guys. This is the kind of racing you want. 4Cam able to hang around the outside and makes that pass. That was a beautiful pass, 4Cam. Now into 2nd place. Dat Trashman down in 3rd. Trigger now in 4th. Here comes ORC Yankees fan in 5th place with the 2 other guys behind. So again, every week we see the same thing. We see the TCR cars, the WTCC cars in this really balanced. Here goes Trigger up on the inside to take that. Same thing with ORC Yankees fan. Dat Trashman goes down 2 places, but never mind, maintains the space on the outside. There's no draft in this game. Forza, another thing you got wrong, by the way. Sorry, I'm a hater. No, that's bad. I'm not hating. We love this game, guys, so sorry to be such a downer, but there's so many more things that need to be put in the game. So Forza 8 better stand out. I think they have to stand to lose a lot of fans if that doesn't happen. But anyway, let's get on board here. We've got Mink Cheesy Bacon right behind Sedlum, trailing in the back there. Mink Cheesy Bacon probably coming to terms with this car now, as he puts in a little more lap times in this gold tune. And you can see there's a difference right there. So that Trashman should have a tiny bit more pace, just because he's a tiny bit lighter, a little more tire width. But yeah, he hangs it on the inside. Ming Cheesy on the outside. Good respect shown there from both drivers again. Ming Cheesy Bacon up to 5th place there. And let's see, let's go on board. Whoops, not Sedlum. Wrong side, wrong. Oh. Okay, we got ORC Yankees fan here. You see Ming Cheesy Bacon, who we're just on with, get that place from Dat, Trashman. And now on the back of NDR Trigger is ORC Yankees fan. I'm guessing, let's look at 4Cam, the gap, look at the gap between 4Cam in 2nd place and Unknown Hitman is just taking off with this. So again, he's been doing really great in both championships. We'll look at his lap times and we'll see it's our round where we get to do some of the BOP stuff. Hopefully put these guys in the exact cars and tunes that they've earned through their competitive races. See these guys light up the tires when they go around that. Here goes Trigger with ORC Yankees fan right behind him. Good battle for this one. And the Optima Batteries HRC car. And Dunlop Auto Car too. Sorry, forgot those sponsors. There you go. Ooh, Trigger a little bit wide. We saw that before. Yankees fan goes up to the inside. Again, both guys giving each other space. Yankees fan as the inside line, but not necessarily faster as Trigger is staying 5 feet. They're 5 feet apart, guys. 3rd and 4th. Now, Yankees fan has the upper hand here, so let's see what happens here. Real nice and tight. Let's see if they back off. Oh, they both try to hang into it. Yankees fan up a little bit on the curb. We'll have to look at that again and see. Luckily, we're on board again with that, so we'll see. Oh, Trigger on the outside again. We saw that in his GT3 race, too. Now, here comes Dat Trashman. He does give him room. Lights up the tires, trying to get on power. And again, just that outside line right there just pushed a little bit wide. Trying to give respect and trying to give space for those guys. But I believe since we lost Master Big Chief, actually Trigger is the only pro car right now in a house full of AMs. So that's my wife. She said a bad word. That's $1.50.
I'm so sorry.
That's $1.50 she's got to pay now.
I apologize.
She apologizes apparently. But that's okay. Somebody made $1.50. Put it in the swear jar.
I owe you.
So she's going to put it in the ORC fund so that way you guys can race and win some prizes. Up to $4.50 I think we're at now that you guys can win. Congratulations. Alright, so let's go up to, let's figure out what's going on here in the top 2. I think we got a big gap. It does look like the gap has shrunk a little bit between Unknown Hitman and 4Cam T-Bird doing a great job in 2nd place here. I think we've seen that in previous races too in the TCR battles that 4Cam, I'm going to have to look at my notes here. Let's look and see at the chart. The big old chart. I'm going to start taking some people off because Patriot's gone. Sorry, I'm going to do some cleanup here. So I can give you guys the points chart for everything. We're going to take off Larry B the G. He told me he's not going to be able to race. So let's go with the AM. In the AM Championship, we've got... oh, why did it do that? That's kind of weird. Oh, that's strange. It didn't didn't auto reorder. So we've got LMR Hybrid with 153 points and the Platinum in the Pro class. We've got Medieval Knight 3K in 2nd place with 130. Flight in 3rd place with 104. And we've got TRC with 85 points, and Trigger with 64 points, and Master Big Chief with 23, who's made one race of that. So in the AM category, we've got, so this one's reordered correctly, we got 4Cam T-Bird in the lead with 132 points. So yeah, he's got 2 wins in TCR or WTC, whatever you want to call it. We call it TCR because that's the new iteration of that. But he's got 2 wins out of 3 races in the first rounds, and he's on board 2nd place right now. So he's doing really well in this class. I think he prefers the front-wheel drive and the slower kind of S-class cars. Unknown Hitman's in 2nd place with 128. ORC Yankees fan in 3rd with 122. Dat Trashman in 4th with 109. Bondacious with 104 in 5th. Sedlam in 6th place with 101. LBW James in 7th with 78. And ORC Corporal Cole in 8th place with 69 points. So that is our WTCC grid, our points grid so far. And we'll obviously keep you updated on the next race for that. We do also have, we've got to award bonus points for the fast qualifiers too in the pro category and in the AM category. So we will do that later. So each of those guys will get 1 more point. So we've got a sizable gap now between the top 3, which we normally don't see in the TCR class. So it might be the nature of this track. It might be just a car track combination these guys are getting used to more. We're about halfway done. We're 6 laps out of 13. We're about to head over here to the last section of 130R and cross over the 7th lap here shortly. Once the ticker comes up, I will let you guys know what the fastest race lap is too. Excuse me. Okay, it's taking a while here. So let's go back to maybe a battle here. Let's look at so 2:12.4:30 is the best lap by 4Cam T-Bird in 2nd place we were looking at earlier. So on board with Mink Cheesy Bacon here, NWR Trigger right behind him, Dat Trashman. There's the biggest kind of congregation of these cars right here between 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. But you can see in TCR they're all in the front straight right now, all of them. And that's after a bunch of mistakes and a bunch of offs and stuff like that. So, again, the TCR race is a lot closer than the GT3 race typically. Trigger's hoping to get on board here with and get past Meek Cheesy Bacon, and hopefully get on board back with ORC Yankees fan in 3rd place there. But we do have a little bit of gaps between everybody right now. And looking at the tickers across the top, anywhere from between 212s, 214s, 212.3, 212.8, 211.7. Oh, 211.7. Wow, 213.2, 212.7, 213 again. So 211, Yankees fan putting down the time at 211.7. That's got to be the fast lap of the race, unless it's dirty from Forza Draft, which is there's 211.786 from Yankees fan. Wow, putting down the time. So now it's hard to avoid. I wanted to give bonus point for the fastest race laps. However, with Forza and their infinite knowledge, dirtying the lap, by being in the draft, which doesn't do anything anyways, it's unfortunate I can't do that because I can't tell if that's a track cut or track extend to gain time, or if that's a draft thing. So it really is unfortunate. So I can only give a bonus point for the fast qualifier, because that we have ghosted, and we don't want to do ghosted races, right? That would be ridiculous. You guys want to see these guys battle it out side by side. There goes Trigger off in the sand, almost loses a lot of time, and you can see now Dat Trashman. And who is that? Is that Sedlam now behind him? Yeah, Sedlam moved up to 6th place past Dat Trashman. As I stumble over that. So Dat Trashman having a little bit of issue in this race here, dropping down the order pretty significantly. He's done pretty well in the TCR class 2, I think. Let's check him out here. Yeah, maybe he's 4th. He's 4th, but he's 11 points or so, or 10 points off of 12 or 13 points off of 3rd place. So he definitely needs to pick that up. Dat Trashman says battling ORC Yankees fan for a podium on the season position right now. So we'll see if he can get back on board here. He's dropping down. He might have damage. I'm not going to check right now because I want to see where everybody's at. And we're seeing everybody kind of fan out now. Lap 8 of 13. Getting towards the end of this race here. Listen to the cars. Definitely, maybe not. Sounded like ORC Yankees fan maybe was sounded differently, but once you go to this view where you're looking behind, the cars sound weird at when they're maxed out. Right there, especially in 4th gear, it looks like. Hey, coming to the hairpin for Mink Cheesy Bacon. That's a good name. And fun to say, too. You guys are all saying it now, too. Drinking game, how about that? So the new drinking game is every time I say Mink Cheesy Bacon, you gotta take a shot. Or quarter of a beer. Alright. I'm not gonna say it again, because you guys are probably already drunk if you go back and play it. Although I just said the rules, so I guess you can't till now forward. So I'll just do my normal commentary, and we'll do that. On board with that NWR trigger right now, looking at, I think it's the back of Mink Cheesy Bacon, and Sedlum behind. So kind of caught in the middle here between a lot of drivers. No real battles happening anymore. The guys have spread out, and now they're doing 214s, looks like. 212s at the front. Front three, ORC Yankees fan, looks like doing 213s, 214s, 213s. So from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all doing about 213s, 214s as far as the track time. We saw that 211 from Yankees fan really putting down the time a while ago, a couple laps ago, and taking that fast time to them. That was pretty significant. As you heard, I got a message just now on my phone. So seeing what's going on here. Looks like I got a family call. Oh, now I got mail too. Sorry, that wasn't me. I didn't cuss. I don't owe $1.50. That was my phone. I can't take responsibility for my phone saying that. Okay, silence that. That way you guys don't hear that again, and nothing gets flagged. I don't think. You know, we're not kid friendly as far as that's concerned about making content for kid. Look at Sedlum coming up on the back of NWR Trigger. Now finally really getting used to this car, I think, and providing some racing action for himself and Trigger. So see what he does to get past if he tries it. Really easy, really nice and smooth into the hairpin for NWR Trigger. A little bit of tire smoke at the end as he lays down the power, and that car struggles to allow the tires. So the races aren't long enough. We're going to probably get to, I would guess, around 50 to 60% tire wear on the front, which is normal, I think, and doable for this game in the front-wheel drive cars. So still the leader, Unknown Hitman, 4Cam T-Burn second, ORC Yankees fan third, Mink Cheesy Bacon in fourth, NWR Triggered fifth. We're on board with now. Sedlum in sixth, Dat Trashman in seventh. So that's your top seven and only seven because we lost a fair few people for this race. So you do see this a lot in racing, obviously in different leagues. We try to do it every week, and sometimes, you know, I guess people have lives outside of racing. It's kind of weird, but I guess they do. So they have family events and picnics and camping, you know, all the stuff they normally do. So we do lose some people towards the end of the season usually, especially when they think they don't have a chance at a championship or a good result. Then we will see these guys. These guys are highly competitive racers, and really the like we talked about before, the only result they want is first. But we're seeing some definitely good racing in this. Now it's settled down, and now we're in lap 10 of 13, so we only got a couple laps left. And you didn't see that. But yeah, what else can we talk about here? We've already talked about the points. Next season, okay. So ORC is going to host, Unknown Hitman with a 2:11.766 now, taking that top time from ORC Yankees fan. So that's interesting and good to see. But the next series we're going to run is the NASCAR-based series. Again, ORC Yankees fan, or ORC Severius is going to put that together and is working on that now. So we've got a couple more rounds here, 3 more weeks left of this. These shenanigans are 2 more weeks after this round. And then I believe it's a 6 or 8 week series for NASCAR. So details will be provided on the ORC website. Just go to online racing collect collec.wixsite.com, and you guys can go check out what we're doing. So go see the schedule, see the race details. We have stewards inquiries. We have all kinds of stuff. We have a racing school that we offer. Oh, a little bit wide for Trigger. He's gone. Sedlum up the inside. Yeah, Trigger has to give him room now because he's on track and he's not. That AstroTurf has really ate him up out there. Now again, Trigger can really do whatever he wants in this race because he's going to finish first in Pro. So he's going to get 50 points no matter what because he does not have anybody else racing with him, unfortunately. So he can. He's just finishing for pride, finishing as high as he can for pride reasons. But really, he could just cruise around. And I believe that will, let's see, the 50 points on Trigger would bring him up to. So he'd move up into third place. Actually, and Sedlum made a mistake there. I missed that. I was looking down at my spreadsheet and just saw the last. So Sedlum made a mistake and now back down to 6th. So the track giveth and taketh away, based on them making mistakes and such, of course. So really, this is just an AM battle right now. Is really where the points are going to be distributed across this race, because we only have one person pro right now. The rest of the 6 drivers are in AM. Well, actually, one extra driver here, Mink Cheesy Bacon. There you go. I said it again. So he's actually not in the championship or anything like that. It looks like he just wanted to get some good racing. The guys were gracious enough to allow him in. And he's proven he's fine. Every time I've been on with him, he's been really clean, really respectful. So I think we can definitely invite him into some of our racing. And he looks like he's fairly fast too. He's a 212.9, so he's got some skills. I'm not sure again who he knows in the lobby and who he got on with, but really cool to get him into. I always like adding drivers in that are good and clean and looking for some good racing. So if you guys, again, if you find this video and you find that this is your forte or your cup of tea, please look up our website, join us on Discord, look at some of the chat. These guys are a great community of these guys we've known for about, some of these guys going on about 3 or 4 years that we've known on this game and in this community. So really cool to see that longevity with our community, racing community. So if you want to feel like this is a good place for you and you want to get some good, fast, competitive racing in, come and join us. Also feel free to smash that like button. I know everybody says smash. I'm really actually upset at myself that I just said that, because everybody says that. Don't smash it, because that'll hurt your computer, and that would not be good. So do me a favor and just press it gently, just ever so gently. Caress it, if you will. Caress the like button for me. And then also share it too if you guys find value in this. I know the commentary is the best part of the video, but racing is second. So let's see what else we got here. Let's go on board with the top couple here. Actually, let's go back from Yankees fan to see these gaps. All right, so they're into the first, second corner complex, and there's the gap right there between first, second, and third, and fourth is just coming around that corner. So there's your gaps right there, maybe a couple 100 feet. Again, I do not change the race laps, because one of the parts of the series is constantly evaluating every 2 rounds the BOP for these guys, and part of that is making sure they're in the right tune for their drivability. And the way we do that is we average their race laps. So that's why I always have the race laps up. Sedlum just took 5th place from Trigger. You just saw that change hands. So we'll see that go back and forth. I think they've been trading spots here for the last couple laps. Easy Yankees fan a little bit wide, almost into the dirt, but didn't slow him down a lot. But we definitely want to make sure the racing is close and a spec tune, basically. So we want to make sure these guys are going back and forth between the correct. So if somebody's too fast in AM, they'll be moved up into the Pro class, and if somebody's too fast in Pro, they'll be moved down to the AM class. Simple and easy as that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We like to say that too. So ORC Yankees fan now looking at the back, and you can see him. So it's a nice carrot and 4Cam T-Bird dangling right in front of it, and he can see Unknown Hitman too. But I think the race laps are winding down now. So unless somebody makes a mistake, I'm not sure how much we'll see. We should go back actually on board with this battle between Sedlum and Trigger. That bright white, and you see Dat Trashman there lurking in the background ominously, just waiting. Here into 130R. Oh, a nice turn in from Sedlum there. No brakes. Hard on the brakes here though, coming to last, and there you go. There's your 4th place. Trigger caught up good on that, and a 6th place. And Now we're on the front straight here. So we are on the last lap, so we will go on board with at least 4 cams so we could see the leader. We need to give Unknown Hitman some love. I think this is the first time we've been on board with him. He's just kind of taken off with this race. We've seen that before with a couple guys, and now it's Unknown Hitman's turn to take off with this race and really just excel and leave other guys. So he's just cruising. He's not risking anything right now. He's got a sizable lead here on I think it is 4Cam T-Bird, ORC Yankees fan in 3rd, Mink Cheesy Bacon in 4th, Sedlum in 5th, Into Our Trigger in 6th, and Dat Trashman in 7th. So let's stay on board with him for a little bit for the last lap of this. He comes around under the bridge, under the track again, as my wife feeds my dog. You guys can't see that, of course. Helicopter right up in front, trying to get a good shot. I don't know if he did. I've got this like semi gloss paint that Unknown Hitman likes to use, which I really love too. He's used the same color in all the cars, which is cool. ORC represented on the front, number 750, the AM logo in the back. So, and you can see the IMSC number plate there on the hood. 4Cam T-Bird now with the best lap at 2:11.646. So that's good. So we've had 3 different people that we've seen trade that 2:11. So that's really good to see the guys really picking it up. And of course, now that they've picked it up the pace, the race is going to be over. So last lap here in the 130R, little dab of brakes, nice on the apex. Under the Yokohama Bridge here, hard on the brakes, coming to the last chicane section. Apex 1, Apex 2, and tracking out here, and Unknown Hitman with the win here. And the overall round number 4 IMSC, our International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. He goes over and thanks his pit crew. Thank you very much, pit crew. And crosses the line. So now let's go on board with 4Cam T-Bird crossing the line right now. ORC Yankees fan coming across the line in 3rd place there. Mink Cheesy Bacon in his first race with us coming across in 4th place. So he gained 3 spaces on that race. Sedlum coming across in 5th place there. Oh, as the game goes over. Into Our Trigger in 6th place here. Uh-oh. Got a big old... Oh, there we go. We're done. Oh, what a race, guys. All right. My throat is parched. I need a drink. And I think if you guys were following the drinking game, every time I said Mink Cheesy Bacon, you guys had to take a shot. So congratulations on getting stinkingly drunk at the end of this race. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please take a look at some of the other videos that I have up for IMSC from last season and this season. And give me some comments. Tell me guys what you guys are looking for, what you guys enjoy. Do you guys want more spec racing? Do you guys want some more one-off races, the 2-hour, 4-hour races on Project Cars 2? Let me know what's going on. As always, you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later. I'll see you later. Bye.